in the real estate market where you have a house that's being transferred, being sold, and the house has solar panels on it. And as a realtor, we're running into situations where there's a lease on the panels that could causing some confusion. You know, solar is still new.
So there's really two ways
so
you can get solar for your property, and one is to lease it or rent it, and the other is to purchase it. And the big difference is this: when you lease solar, a lot of companies say, hey, it's free and there's no maintenance, but the solar panels have a 25-year warranty. No one puts a 25-year warranty on something that's going to last 2 years. The other thing is you can purchase solar with no money down. The state has a program called the Mass Solar Loan, which encourages people who don't have a lot of taxable income or working class. And a lot of companies like us have financing where you don't put any money down and you own it. The problem with leasing is that you're still paying a bill for the 20 years of the lease. You may not even be able to choose your equipment, so the equipment may not be as good. It's like going and buying a car. Why have one choice? Why not be able to pick the quality of the panels you have? Because in the long term, the better the panels, the more production. It's that better technology we're talking about.
Right.
You can buy them with no money down. There's some really cool incentives. One that a lot of realtors don't know is if you buy panels, there's a 20-year property tax exemption for the value of the panels. So if it costs $30,000, the assessor cannot raise the value of your home to charge you more in property tax.
Oh, I see.
Which is great. There's a 30% federal tax credit. There's net metering, which is this thing we talked about before where you get credit for any overage that you put in. And there's some things like either rebates or a thing called SRECs, which we won't get into the nuance of that, where you can actually make a little bit of money. So you actually will, over the long term, benefit a lot more. I like to say to people that 100% of the incentives, the government incentives, goes to the owner of the system. And why shouldn't you get those?
Solar companies, where are they getting their panels? Or are they their own manufacturer of the panel? For example, your company, or are you buying them from
Well, most
another
companies get
manufacturer?
them, I mean, there's a whole bunch of solar panels out there, and they're all different levels. If you lease or rent solar panels, you're probably not going to get a great panel. I say the better the equipment, the more power you're producing per square foot. Our company, for example, we buy panels from a company in Korea, another company in Canada. We do make our own panels, and they actually have a very long warranty, a little bit longer than most. And a lot of it is the price per watt that you're paying.
And I've seen it myself. I think a lot of people have seen it. You see more and more solar panels on more and more homes. It seems like definitely a trend.
Well, I tell people, you know, a lot of people used to think I can't afford solar. And then they see someone on their street that has solar. And they're thinking, well, if Fred can do it, why can't I do it?
Right. So the tax credits and everything that's happened in the past and what's going to happen in the future, how is that, and I would assume the popularity of solar is going to increase. So is it going to be so-called better for somebody to have solar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, or are the tax credits going to be gone?
I think the best time is today. And the reason is
the tax credits are not going to last.
Everything is going to go down. As solar, the cost of making the equipment is, just like any electronics, is cheaper and cheaper. So I think it's something to think about. Like right now there's some really good incentives, and they're going to go away. And right now the financial incentive is really
This
great.
is from the federal government?
There's federal incentives, there's state incentives. It's just right now you've got these tax credits and things that you're not going to have in a few years.
Yeah.
And it's significant.
So where do you see it in 5 or 10 years from now?
Well, I think people are still going to do it. One of the things that we like to do with our company, we're a very innovative company, Endless Energy, and what we do is other things besides solar. So for example, we do ductless mini split heat pumps, which are incredibly efficient. Just like in Germany, they have solar on every house. Everyone's got these things. They do, you know, air conditioning and heat, and they're electric. So think about it. Now everything's connected to the solar panels. So the idea is a zero net energy home. We do the Mass Save energy audits. Those are great. You can get insulation. You can get great rebates on that, you know, LED light bulbs. But think about it. You make your house more secure, more energy efficient. You use electric appliances that are more efficient than the typical old fossil fuels, oil and gas. And you power them through your own power that you own on your roof. So this is the concept, to create a zero net energy home.
That's definitely a shift, 'cause, you know, I've known, I've been in real estate for a while now, and when I go to sell a home that has electric heat, it was always,
Right.
no, a lot of people would be turned off by electric heat. You're saying, which is huge, if you're your own so-called power company, you almost
You may not
want-
be as resistant. I mean, electric baseboard heat is still very expensive.
Right, it's still, but you're offsetting it with your own solar panels.
You are, and
So
you
it's not as bad
supplement
as
it with
was-
some electric-powered, heat pumps or whatever.
Right.
And they're just so efficient right now. The technology is so good. But I mean, I really think of the concept like I can own my own power,
Right,
and I can offset my electric bill and my heating bill with power I own. The coolest thing is kids today really get the environment. So a lot of people like us, we're going to get solar panels because we not only like the environmental thing, but we're financially benefiting. But kids really get the benefit of making sure the environment's in good shape.
right.
And so, just personally, I'd like to put solar panels on every building that can handle solar
Yeah.
panels,
Excellent. Well, great information. So how do our viewers contact you if they wanted to learn more about solar or anything else that you offer?
So they can contact me. Our website, we're Endless Energy, is goendlessenergy.com, goendlessenergy.com. People can call me. I have a direct line, and I love to talk to people about how being more efficient can benefit them. I'm at 508-870-9794, and you can contact me through the website or just give me a call.
Excellent. Great information, Jeff.
Thank you so
Great
much,
to have
Jason.
you on the show.